Hey, if you're an entrepreneur in 2026 and you didn't get as many clients as you wanted back in 2025, big chance is not because you suck at sales. It's not because you're not working hard enough. There's a big chance you just don't have a very scalable, predictable system. And the entrepreneurs, the insurance agents, the real estate agents, all those people that are doing over $100,000 a month, those are typically the people that have a scalable system. And in this video, I'm going to share how you can not just generate your own leads without buying leads off of lead vendors or dealing with expensive marketing agencies, but I'm also going to show you how you can automate those leads and wake up with a calendar full of high quality appointments that are already interested in whatever it is that you do. And towards the end of the video, I'll walk you guys through a real example of what it's like to scale an insurance business. For example, let's say somebody's selling life insurance, what scaling past 100K a month actually looks like. So there's no theory, no hype, just real math, systems, and leverage. That's the most important piece, understanding how to have your money work for you, the power of leverage. But first, let me give you some context on who I am and why you should listen to me. Over the past 3 years alone, I've managed over $20 million on marketing funnels. This is on TikTok, Meta, have helped generate over 1 million leads for people that I've worked with across all these different industries. I had the opportunity to run ads for people like Grant Cardone a couple years ago. And this is around the time that ChatGPT came out. And while I was managing these big campaigns, sometimes spending over $100,000 a day, I was able to see firsthand that the stuff being created by ChatGPT was better, faster, and cheaper than the stuff being created by the expert marketers that were getting paid $100,000 a year to be there. So what I'm about to show you is not something I tested one time and now decided to make a video about it. No, it's something I've seen work over and over and over again. Starting with step number 1. You need to have a solid foundation. So before you create ads, before AI, before scaling, you need to have clarity, because every scalable business starts with a story. And that story has one main character, your ideal prospect. And there's a saying in marketing that if you're trying to talk to everybody, you're talking to nobody. So if you answer these 6 questions, question number 1, who are we talking to? Who is that main character? So one specific person with one specific problem. Number 2, what do they want? What is the desired outcome that they're looking for? Maybe it's security, maybe it's income, maybe it's peace of mind. Third question, why can't they get it? What is stopping them from getting their desired outcome? Is it confusion, fear, lack of time, or is it lack of systems? Question number 4, what do they do now? Like, what are they delaying? What are they avoiding? Question number 5, why doesn't that work? Is it overpriced, inconsistent, or maybe they don't have a solution, so they never get the outcome if they don't fix the problem with a solution? Then question number 6, how do they get it? How do they get to their desired outcome? If you can write those 6 questions and you can answer those 6 questions about your ideal prospect, and the more specific you get, the better, then this story becomes the foundation for every piece of content and ad and funnel that you create. Which takes us over to phase number 2, which is content, right? Now that you have the story, how do we create content? It's really simple. Once you write out those 6 questions, you can copy and paste them into ChatGPT. I like to use Claude a lot too. Everybody has their own AI preference. I think they're all amazing. You just got to feed it the right information. And by copying and pasting those 6 questions, you can ask your AI for short form video ideas, hooks that speak to that specific person, captions that you can have when you post videos, different talking points. Just remember, AI could automatically create any type of communication. So AI is not replacing you, it's making your communication more scalable. So when you create these scripts and you post minimum 20 times a month, I say minimum 20 times a month, but honestly, a lot of people are starting to post 3, 4, sometimes even 10 times a day. If you wanted to run paid ads, I recommend at least once every workday. And you can use apps like BigView, for example. It's a teleprompter app, and you can just plug in the script. You can knock out your videos in minutes. And remember, your content, it needs to focus on the pain, the desires. Make sure you incorporate stories and just educate your audience. And whatever you do, don't overthink your quality. Focus more on consistency and putting your videos out there, because the more videos you post, the more you're going to get a feedback loop from these social media platforms. For example, TikTok. You can scroll on TikTok, you can view your videos, you can click on analytics, and it'll show you which videos people are spending more time watching, which videos are bringing you more followers, more engagement, and then you want to keep creating more videos that are in line with the stuff that's working and less videos of the stuff that's not working. That's something you can review every week. And then once you have at least like 10 pieces of content out there, phase number 3, we can turn on paid ads. So before, you had to hire a middle person for this. You had to hire expensive marketing agencies or lead vendors. Now you can learn how to run paid ads on your own. You don't have to be an expert marketer, because the hardest part of marketing is the communication of marketing. But the communication is already automated through all these AI platforms. So what you want to do is, based off of the data of your organic content, you want to start picking the videos that are performing best and creating ads with a good, valuable lead magnet. Your lead magnet, it's what's going to get people to want to submit their information or get them to want to comment down below. So whatever product or service you have, make sure you have resources that you can give out to prospects, and you can run these ads on like TikTok or Meta, for example. They give you lead forms. You don't even have to have a website these days. You can create a lead form in minutes. You can use your AI that knows your story to create the lead form copy based off of whatever lead magnet you have. And then you can run these ads. You pay about $20 for every 1,000 people that see your ad. And that'll get you anywhere from like 2 to 10 leads. And that's how the average lead costs to be like $10 instantly. But it's important that you have organic content out there. It's important that you start off with things that you can already see working, because when people visit your page, they're going to want to see that you're legit. And what proves if you are legit or not is if they see that you are constantly posting about how you can help them solve X problem. And the better your content, the lower your lead cost is. And the better your lead magnet, the lower your lead cost is. And the higher intent, the more people are going to come through your funnel. And that's how you can keep on optimizing for better quality conversations. Everything I just mentioned, you can do in like 15 minutes if you wanted to. This is the exact system that lead vendors use before they resell their leads to like all these other entrepreneurs. The days of buying leads off of lead vendors, that's done. You can do all this stuff yourself. Now, the next step is, we don't just want leads, right? We want appointments. How do we automate the way that we get appointments? That's phase number 4, automation. We want to create systems. So for example, Zapier is a good one. Go High Level is a very recommended platform. I use Go High Level because it allows you to create automations. So whenever a lead comes into your ads manager, the lead goes straight into your CRM system. And you can have automated systems to where when a lead comes in, they get a text message immediately, or they get an email immediately, or the conversation gets started immediately, or you can even have AI voice agents call those leads and pre-qualify them immediately. And Go High Level has a calendar booking system to where people could book directly on the calendar. So that's how, if you have the right content strategy, you're spending money on ad spend, you're getting over 1,000 people to see your ads, and you have the right system set up, you can wake up with a calendar full of high quality conversations. Now, we don't just want conversations. We want conversations at the right cost. That's where optimization comes in. That's step number 5. We want to optimize our campaigns. At the end of each week, you want to be able to look at your organic content and be able to do more of what's working, less of what's not working. That's optimizing. And you want to look at your paid content. So your paid media on Facebook, TikTok, any one of these platforms, they give you a dashboard. On that dashboard, you get to see which ads got you a better cost per lead, a better cost per quality lead, and which one ultimately gave you a better customer acquisition cost. That's what we're always optimizing for, a much lower customer acquisition cost. I'll share an example in the next step. So before you scale, you want to be testing a very small budget. 20 to 50 bucks a day, for example. That's going to give you some data at the end of the week. And if you're hitting that target, let's say you spend $20 a day for 7 days and you get 1 client, that's $140 customer acquisition cost. If your goal was $200 customer acquisition costs, then you might be ready to start scaling. So the numbers that you want to be looking at is your cost per lead, cost per booked appointment, your show up ratio, and your close ratio. Keeping an eye on those numbers is going to help you lower your customer acquisition costs until you hit that target. And once those numbers are working at a low scale, that means you created predictability. You don't have to guess anymore. You can start raising the budget. So you want to raise your budget maybe 15 to 20% every week. And on a separate campaign, you want to keep testing more creatives at a small budget. So you have one campaign that is going to be your testing campaign, and then you're going to have your top campaign, which this is going to be called your control. So I promise you guys, I'm going to give you an example. Let's say you're a life insurance agent and your average commission is $2,500. Let's say you want to get to $100,000 a month. First, we got to remove all emotional ties to money. Money is just money. You just got to do the stuff. You got to do the stuff that gets you there. Don't think of it as a big number. Break it down into a daily basis. What must happen every single day for you to get to that number? So at $2,500 each, you need 40 clients. When you break that down, that's only 10 clients a week. When you break it down, that's 2 clients per day. Now, let's say you have a 33% close ratio. And if you want to get 2 clients a day, then you need 3 times as many appointments as clients. So you need 6 appointments per day. And let's say your desired customer acquisition cost is $200 per client. That means you got to be spending $400 every day to get 6 appointments, to get 2 clients, to get 10 clients a week, to get 40 clients a month, to average $100K a month. And that's how you create predictability. You set your goals on a monthly level and you break it down into a daily basis. But again, we don't want to start spending $400 right away. We want to create a predictable system at a small scale with small budgets first, and then we can scale it to $400 a day. Because the system doesn't change. The volume of people coming through that system changes by you raising the budget. Step number 6, get some help. This stuff is not easy. It's simple, but it's not easy. For example, it's very simple to create scripts, but it's not easy to record scripts if you're not used to being on camera. It's not easy to edit videos if you're not used to editing videos. It's not easy setting up and launching an ad campaign if you've never done it before. Setting up Go High Level could be simple, but it's not easy if you've never done it before. If you need any help at all, our team is here to help. I run a community called DitchYourLeadVendor.com, where we help entrepreneurs use artificial intelligence so they can ditch their lead vendors and never have to buy leads off of lead vendors or deal with expensive marketing agencies again. It's an AI revolution. It's 2026, and there's no reason why you can't handle your own marketing. Look, I even do one better. If you join our free community, we'll create your first script completely free. So make sure you join, book a strategy call, and on that call, we'll create your first script so you can get the ball rolling ASAP. Peace.
Bye bye lead vendor.